Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, March 10th, 2021, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Incredible day today. I saw some things today that I've never seen before in 30 years trading stocks and futures. Um, anyway, uh, let's hit on some of the statistics. We came in with 30 positions. Never had that many positions before. Um, and we closed them all out. The Dow uh, officially closed up 463 points. We closed out those 30 positions with positive $70,000. We got into 6 new positions, 4 positive, 2 negative, and we're carrying positive $20,000 going into tomorrow. So, obviously, a good day. Add those together. We have made, we are showing positive over $90,000 for the day. Now, there is some caveats to this, and I'm going to cover some of them. The Dow, you can see what happened here. The Dow, I was fretting yesterday. If you watch the video, I was fretting that, these 2 hooks in a row and the test of the high from 2 days ago that took place yesterday, followed by closing right on its low there, I saw the possibility, at least, the Dow would go lower. Well, it did exactly what it's been doing all along. It reverses itself. It doesn't do what it looks like it's going to do. It does the opposite, and that certainly happened today. That was very fortunate. Dow just takes off like a bird right at the start. And when you see right up here, this is like 30 minutes, 40 minutes in, right around there. We were up $150,000. That's before we got out of anything. We're just holding everything, and we're at 150,000. And obviously, we closed out positive 70,000, which is still a very nice profit. But I've often wondered to myself, and don't try and do this. I'm just talking. If you just knew, you saw $150,000 on the screen there, you can, in the automated trading we do, I can do a couple mouse clicks and exit everything and take all those profits. Then I shut down the computer and go fishing for the rest of the day. And I obviously, had I somehow been able to do that, I would have made over $75,000 more than what we made. But of course, you never know where the top is, and you trade the algorithm. That's really what I'm saying by this story. Trade the algorithm. The algorithm will get you through this, and you're still going to make a lot of money. But it's kind of heartbreaking to see $75,000 in profits slip away, and particularly while the Dow's rising, but that's trading. You got to learn to live with that. Um, okay, so this was an insane day. I'm gonna show you 3 insane stocks because they typify what happened today. I mean, with 30 stocks, I could show you good trades all afternoon here. I'm just gonna show you 3, and I've picked out 3 insane ones. So let's look at the first insane one. Of course, what do you think I picked? Yeah, I picked GameStop. This is the most insane stock of all time. I got my start in futures, and this 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 looks like pork bellies 30 years ago. I mean, it's just insane volatility. But anyway, we we just had this trade yesterday. I'm not showing the beginning of it, but the close we had yesterday, we made $25,000 in GameStop yesterday on that close, and then we got re-entered the last 15-minute bar uh, yesterday. So we come in today uh, long GameStop, opens up there, looks fantastic. Time that trade that looked horrible, or kind of horrible yesterday, got up here, we're up $25,000 in that trade. And then the darn thing goes from positive $25,000 up here. It does a day of entry stop. And this day of entry stop, trading 50 stocks a day, I will maybe see this 3 to 5 times in an entire year. So this is really rare to see this thing stopped out on day of entry. It goes from positive around $25,000 to where the stop out point, which is almost the low tick of the day. Yeah, that's really satisfying. And that was negative $25,000. So what we're seeing here is a swing difference of $50,000 in less than 30 minutes. Yeah, that is some volatility. It doesn't end there, however. This thing bounces, it goes up here, and we get re-entered up here. Oh my God. Can you believe that? In all my trading, and I've traded this algorithm for decades, I have never seen a re-entry a re-entry that followed a day of entry stop. So this was an absolute first for me. All my trading experience, never saw that. Yeah, we get re-entered after this $50,000 swing in stock prices that resulted in a day of entry stop, and then we're re-entered, and of course it pulls back, it comes back, but we're down $4,000 about on where this thing closes. Now, do I still want to be in GameStop going in tomorrow? No, I really don't. But I didn't want to be in it here, and it did go positive $25,000 at least at one point. So I don't know what to say. This is such an insane stock. It can go anywhere. But just, again, if I'm just looking at it from a technical standpoint, it looks to me like it's going higher. And that's actually because of what stopped us out here. This is what I call a bull spike. Used to see this a lot in futures market. They would push the prices down to force the weak hands out, and then they would pop it higher. And if I just were having a guess, I'd say this is going higher, but I don't know. Anything could happen with this crazy, crazy stock that we're trading. Anyway, that's the first crazy one. Now let's show you the next crazy one. This is GBR, which is New Concept Energy. This thing, you can see this thing just going along doing nothing for several days. It does a little pop here today, and we get into it. And then the big pop comes unfortunately, after we're already in, if we're trying to buy it here, that would have been pretty tough on slippage, but this was pretty easy. We get into it here, and then this thing takes off. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. But it got so fast and furious right here, they call about a 15-minute trading stop. So the thing froze here, then 15 minutes later they opened up and it just streaked all the way to the top here. And at the top there, we were up $32,000 in New Concept Energy. And then, of course, it comes back and drifts pretty much to the close. And so on the close there, we're still up $12,000 in New Concept Energy. But, you go from 32,000 to 12,000, that hurts. That stock is crazy. Not as crazy as GameStop, but it's getting pretty close. And then finally, the third crazy stock I'm going to show you is KOSS. KOSS. That's KOSS Corporation. Huge gap up here. By the way, we took profits and we had, I forget how much, but we had took pretty good profits in KOSS yesterday. It gaps way up there. We buy the gaps. Okay. We get up here. We're up $40,000 in KOSS. And then you can see it turns, kind of a miniature version of GameStop here. And it goes from positive $40,000 to negative about $7,000 down there. And then it bounces back, drifts, and comes up a little to the close. And we are holding positive $9,000 in KOSS Corporation. But again, just like these others, I'm seeing a high of 40,000 and we're holding positive 9,000. So, I all I can say about this is I used to be a proponent of manual trading, but you can't manual trade this stuff. You got to put this on automation, because only the automation is going to get all these trades and you're not going to get freaked out. So, it's really kind of nice. You just turn on the computer, make sure all your charts are going right, and the algorithm, my algorithm is just going to trade this. And even though it's insane and volatile, we still come out at the end of the day with about $90,000 in profit. You can't beat that for a day's work. Hey, look, it was crazy. I saw some new things today, never seen before, but the portfolio is really performing well. This is Trader Bob signing off, and I'll see you tomorrow on Thursday.